The wind clawed at my skin as the cabin door swung open. 30,000 feet. A deafening rush of air swallowed the sound of my heartbeat. My daughter's tiny hands clutched at my shirt. She didn't cry, just stared up at me, confused, trusting. Behind us, my mother's voice cut through the roar like a blade. No one will ever find you at 30,000 feet. My wife laughed. That sound still haunts me. Light, cruel, rehearsed. Fall like the trash you are. Her face glowed under the cabin light. Calm, almost serene. Then came the shove. I twisted midair, wrapping my daughter tight against my chest. The sky stretched endless. The ground nowhere in sight. Then nothing. When I woke in a hospital 6 hours later, my body was broken, but my daughter was breathing beside me. The police were waiting. Questioned, suspicion, murmured disbelief. They said they found something in the cockpit, but wouldn't say what. My wife wasn't there. Neither was my mother. I told them everything. The threats, the laughter, the shove. But they called it trauma, delusion. Her family's lawyers were already circling, polished, and untouchable. For days, I lay in that bed, every breath a quiet confession of helplessness, until a nurse mentioned something. Softly, almost to herself. They recovered the black box, she said. You'll want to hear it. That night, staring at the ceiling, I tried to trace where it all began. The slow decay of love. Maybe it started when my wife's father offered me that business opportunity. Maybe when she began sleeping in the guest room for space. Or when her phone started locking at night. Or maybe it had always been there, waiting for altitude. I asked for the recording, pretending it was for closure. The officer hesitated, then handed me a copy. For your peace of mind, he said. Peace. What an empty word. I listened in the dark. The steady hum of engines. Then voices. My wife's voice. Calm. Controlled. She thinks it'll look like an accident. My mother's reply was cold. Detached. He won't survive. The insurance will clear you in months. Silence. Then laughter. Two women joined by greed and contempt. I stopped the tape. Sat there until morning. No tears. No anger. Just steady breathing. Surgical, exact. The next day, I started working. Requested flight communications, passenger manifests, company transfers. Quietly, precisely. Betrayal leaves fingerprints. It just doesn't leave them on skin. A $2.3 million transfer from my life insurance, routed to an offshore account, signed by my mother, authorized by my wife. I almost smiled. They had planned everything. But they forgot one thing. The sky doesn't bury secrets. It records them. 3 days later, the police called. The cockpit had been processed. When I arrived, the detective said nothing. He simply handed me a photo. Blood on the controls. A gun on the floor. My father-in-law, the pilot, slumped forward. 2 bullets in his chest. Internal conflict, the detective murmured. We're still piecing it together. Your wife and mother, they're alive. I stared at the photo. So that was the sound I'd heard before the world went black. A muted crack beneath the engines. Relief didn't come. Only clarity. They'd killed their own and then tried to finish me. Later that evening, my wife called, her voice trembling, pretending to care. She begged to talk. Come to the hospital. I said, there's something you should see. She arrived reeking of expensive perfume and false sorrow. I waited until she spoke, then pressed play. Her voice filled the sterile air. He won't survive. The insurance will clear you in months. The color drained from her face. Where did you? I didn't answer. Just slid a folder toward her. Bank statements. Audio transcripts. Witness affidavits. You wanted me gone, I said quietly. But you recorded everything for me instead. Her mouth opened, but no sound came. Her eyes darted to the officer by the door. He'd been there the entire time. She tried to stand, but her legs gave out. I watched her crumble, like a portrait melting in slow fire. I never raised my voice, never cursed, never touched her. Silence makes the sharpest weapon. A week later, I signed my final statement. My daughter slept in the next room. Safe, breathing softly, untouched by the storm that made her an orphan. They asked if I wanted to attend the sentencing. I said no. Some things are better left behind a glass of memory, unbroken, distant. At 30,000 feet, the truth had already fallen with me. Only I survived the landing. And in survival, there's strength. Because when she pushed me from that plane, she didn't know. I'd already learned how to fly without her.